Well, hello everyone, and happy Thursday. It is Thursday, February 9th, 2023 at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And welcome everyone. I hope you guys had a fantastic day today. I sure did. I had a fun class this morning, and then I've been stamping this afternoon, and I've got my guys still here doing my shower. So they're hoping to finish all the shower walls today. So I am really excited about that, and hoping that that gets done. And then tomorrow they're supposed to do the floors, the floor of the shower and the floors in the bathroom. And then put the toilet, the vanity back in, paint, and all that good stuff. So I'm hoping they'll be done by this weekend, but we'll see. But I will post pictures on Facebook as soon as they finish. And I just realized I'm crooked. Let me see if I can fix that. Okay, there we go. All right, so hello. How is everybody? Hey, Julie. Hey, Beth. Hey, Francis. Hey, Kathy. Hey, Sherry. Hey, Cynthia. Hey, Diana. Hey, Lynn. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Terry. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Minda from Hawaii. Hey, Mary. We had 73 degrees today and sunny. It was absolutely gorgeous here today. Hey, Dolores. Hey, Spice Girl. Hey, Pam. Hey, Starla. Hey, Reva. Hey, Robin. Hey, Therese. I see all these people that I know. Thanks, girls, for joining me tonight. Anyway, it was 73 degrees, so I did work out in the yard a little bit. I cleaned up my front flower bed and pulled all the weeds out and a bunch of dead leaves, and it looks so much better. And my cherry tree in my front yard is blooming, and my rose bushes are blooming. So this just happened overnight because yesterday they were not. But yesterday it was 70 degrees, so it's like the plants all said, "Hey, spring is here. Let's start blooming," even though it's probably going to go back down to 30 this weekend. So I don't know. But hopefully they will, we won't have any more freezing weather. I don't know. You never know in Virginia. It just changes from day to day. So, but it was 73 today, and I had to turn the air conditioner on in the car. And I'm about to turn the air conditioner on in the house because it's getting a little bit toasty. I had the heat on this morning, and now the air conditioner is probably going to come on. Isn't that crazy? Can you believe February and we might have to turn the air conditioner on? But I just was so excited when I opened the door and saw my cherry tree blooming. Anyway, hey girls. Let's see. Snowdrops are blooming. I know some of you guys still have like feet of snow, I think. That is just bragging again. I know. I think it's supposed to be 70 tomorrow and Saturday, and then I think back to the 50s on Sunday, but I am sure enjoying this weather. That is no lie. All right, so I started to do a quilt card today, and I was gonna do a flower one, and then I was like, you know what? It's so nice outside. I was thinking more beachy themed, so that's why I did the seashells, and I think it came out pretty good. And I think you can see some shimmer on here. I have Wink of Stella on the shells, and I also have shimmer spray on here. I think I am going to change this thread. I've got baker's twine, white baker's twine, but I think I'm going to change it to a bow instead because you can't really see. I wrapped it around 3 times, but you can barely see it. So I think that's a waste of my thread. So I think I'm just going to do a little bow on the one that we do tonight. So these are super easy. Great way to use up your scraps. All of the squares are 1 1/4 inches square. And if you have our old punch, this is the 1 1/4 inch punch. This is perfect. If you don't have the punch, you just have to cut 1 1/4 inch squares. You probably could do it with 1 inch squares, but it works out perfectly. If you do 1 1/4, this is 5 by 3 3/4, which is perfect for a card front. So you just would need 1 layer behind it, or you really don't even have to have a layer behind it. But 1 1/4 works really well. because if you use 1 inch, it's not going to be the right dimensions for a card front. So just a tip. So we're using the By the Bay designer paper, and I have used a ton of this and done several cards. I'm missing a few pieces, but here's what it looks like. So I'll just flip through this real quick and show you. It's kind of mixed up a little bit. So, but what I did was I just went through and picked out different pieces that I thought would match. And I wanted to focus on the blue. That probably would have gone well in there too. That would have looked good. So I tried to pick 2 pieces that were kind of lighter colors and 2 pieces that were had some dark blue in there. So that's how I got those. So you're going to need 3 of each square. So I picked 4 patterns, these 4 patterns, and you need 3 of each one. And I'll show you how to line those up when we do the card. But great way to use your scraps, like I said. So if you have a bunch of scraps that are at least 1 1/4 inches, you can do these. And it doesn't take much. So let me just talk about a couple things real quick. This is a little treat I got today in class from my friend Diane, and it holds 3 Ghirardelli chocolates. And I thought it was super cute. Great treat box for any occasion, but she did Valentine's, and I thought that was so cute. She said this one was an old punch that we used to have, and then this one, I can't remember where she said that's from, one of the dies. I think the outside one is a current die, the inside one was a punch. So very cute. Thank you so much, Diane. I love it. And then don't forget, card kit for the next few days through the 15th is this one with the whitewash. And I can't remember, somebody sent me a message on Facebook, and they made the card, and then they made another set with a white background, and it was so beautiful. So I might have to copy that card, but I can't remember who it was that sent that to me. But I'll look it up and give her credit when I do it. And then, so this is with the $50 order. You'll get the card kit with 3 sets of supplies to make this card. And then if your order's over $100, you get these little gems. And also I have a new thing too. So I'm trying to reach $700,000 in sales this month. Well, in my career, I've been a demonstrator for 22 years now total. And next month is my 22-year anniversary. So I'm almost at 700,000. I was 6,000 away. Now I am about 4,500 away. So I've gotten about $1,500 in sales so far this month. So I'm trying to get to 6,000 this month in sales, which is a little bit more than I normally do. So I'm offering an incentive for you guys on top of the card kits and the gems and everything. If you place a $100 or more order, you get entered into a drawing to win a $100 gift certificate from me. So I'm going to do 1 gift certificate for every $1,000 that I sell this month. So if I do hit 6,000, that's a total of 6 $100 gift certificates I'll give away. If I only hit 4,000, I'm going to give away 4. So, but the more that I sell this month, the more gift certificates I'm going to give out. So there you go. So hope you guys will help me do that. And just make sure if your order's under 150, use the host code. If it's over 150, don't use the host code because you want to get your host benefits yourself. Also, don't forget celebrations going on. So if you spend $100, you get the card kit, the gems, you get entered into the drawing, and you get 2 celebration free items. So tons of cool stuff going on. And there's lots of things that were just added in the last couple weeks. And one of them is this one, the Eden's Garden bundle, which is about a $50 value. I still haven't looked it up, but I'm pretty sure it's about $50. So that's a pretty good deal. If you order $100, you get pretty much, let me just look it up right now because I'm pretty sure it is a $50 bundle. Let's see, page 59. Here it is. So $23 for the set, and the dies are on page 171. So Eden's Garden, where is it? Here we go. $35. So it's 35 and 23. Yep, that is $58 A $58 bundle for a $100 order. That, my friends, is a deal. So that's the best deal on here. The other things are around like 10, 15, maybe $20. I think that punch is 20, maybe $23. I think that one's like $19. You get 2 things of ribbon, so that's about $18. The 3D embossing folders are like, I think $11. And then that paper is about $12. So the best deal on the page is definitely that Eden's Garden if you don't have that already. All right, so you ready to get started? Let me read some comments real quick. Oops, I just messed up my thing. Okay, let me go back and read some comments that I missed. Let's see. Hello, all the people that just joined. We're almost up to 100. Looks like a lot of other people got some warm weather today. Is my screen buffering? I don't think so. On my computer, it is perfect. Are you guys, anybody else having problems? Let's see. Spice Girl says, all is going great with one exception. We have a lady here staying with us who never stops talking. She's super sweet, but she talks a lot. Gee, Debbie Spicer, that sounds like somebody else I know. Oh, that's funny. Let's see. Oh, Starla, you just got the bundle yesterday. Good. That's so funny. I'll kidnap the Spice Girl. Okay. You guys are so funny. No problems here. Okay, mine is fuzzy. Okay, so if you are having any issues, just go ahead and maybe exit and come back in. Sometimes that happens a little bit because it looks like most people are having clear, no problems. Oh, we have Cindy from Virginia Beach. Hello, Cindy. You're just right around the corner from me. Okay, so Robin said she backed out and now she could see fine, so that's good. All right, so here's what you need. You are going to start with a piece of 5.5 by 8.5 mint macaron, and then a piece of 5 1/4 by 4 Night of Navy, 2 pieces of white, one for the inside, so this one is 5 1/4 by 4, and then the one for the front that we're going to be doing our quilting on is 5 by 3 3/4. So that's going to be 4 squares across and 3 squares down, because 1 1/4 times 4 is 5. 1 1/4 times 3 is 3 3/4. So that's the front. And then you need 3 of each pattern. So I've got 3 of this one, 3, oops, these got mixed up. So there's that one. 3 of those, 3 of those, and 3 of the blue ones. And the blue one is embossed. And then we've got a little piece for the words. So the white is 3/4 of an inch by, let me see, I think 2.5 inches. And then this piece is just a sliver bigger. So it was, let me see, 2, this was 2.5. So this was 2 5/8. And this is 3/4 and a little bit more. It was 7/8. So it's just 1/8 of an inch bigger. But what I did was I just took my scissors and trimmed it myself. Because I didn't feel like going to the trimmer and doing it. Plus it's hard when you get it like really small. It's hard to get into the, to get your paper trimmer to hold it while you cut it. So, sometimes I'll just use my scissors and I'm pretty good at going straight. So that's the words. So let me scoot this over. You can get a screenshot. Just remember you need 3 of each of those. Any 4 patterns. So you can do this with any designer paper you want. And I have a few videos. So if you guys Google Lisa Freeman quilt cards, you'll find some of the other ones that I've done videos on. And they're all different. I've got a few different kinds of patterns. So check that out. Spice Girl says, wish I was so I could hide. You guys, you're so loud. Time to take a shimmer bath. Get some shimmer earplugs and hide. You guys are so funny. Okay, so let's get started. Hopefully you got a screenshot. I still have people that say they can't do screenshots. So if you cannot, go to YouTube and search how to do a screenshot with whatever phone you have. And there will be step-by-step instructions to show you how. So it's really easy. It's just usually pressing 2 buttons on your phone. So that's how Apple works. For the Androids, I'm not exactly sure, but I think it's pretty similar. Somebody said they could actually just swipe their fingers across it and do it on an Android, but I don't know. I've never seen that before. So, all right, so we're just going to set these aside. You know what? I don't think I put that. I didn't. I forgot to do. I have a naked card. Yikes. Okay, so I forgot to put the inside to this one. That's bad. All right, so we're going to start with this piece. So this is super easy. So I've got my pieces right here. And this is how I do it. I take the glue and I cover the top 1/3 of the paper. So I'm just guesstimating here that that's about 1/3 of the way down. And then I just start, I'm going to start with this piece and just put it down right in the corner. And then go to the next piece. So I want, this is kind of a darker piece, so then I want a lighter piece. So I'm going to do the lighter piece next to it. And if there's a pattern, just make sure it's going the right direction. You don't want any upside down. Then I'm going to go to another darker piece. And just make sure your colors coordinate with whatever paper you're using. And then this one. I think that's fine. So there's one row done. See how fast that comes together? It's like, boom. You don't have to glue each piece individually. Just put the glue 1/3 at a time. Kind of try and get it to the edge. So now I'm going to go about another 1/3 of the way down. So now what you want to do, you want to keep them in this order. So this exact order, but since we're going to go to the next line, you're going to take whatever the end one is, and you're going to start with that one. So we're going to start with this one. And then you're going to repeat your pattern the rest of the way. So the one on the end moves to the front, and then we're going to go this one, this one, this one. So this one again with the lines. Then the light blue piece. Make sure that's, well, that doesn't really have a direction. And then the dark blue piece. And then again, we're going to do the exact same thing. So we're going to go to the bottom line and put our glue. And so now we started with this one, or we ended with this one, so we're going to start with that one and repeat our pattern again. So now the next one's going to be this one, this one, this one. So we've got this one here. And then we need the lines. And then we need that light blue. And there you go, my friends. We are pretty much done with that part. Okay, so there's our quilt pattern. So we've just got the exact same pattern. So see, it goes lines, light blue, dark blue, and then the shells. So then when you repeat it, we took this one and put it here, and then we've got lines, light blue, dark blue. Then you take that one, move it here, and move everything over. So each line moves one space over to the right. So it stays in the order. So you don't have any two that are right next to each other. So that's our pattern. Then what you're going to do, you can use any embossing folder you want to. The ones that are just kind of neutral patterns, like you really don't want like a flowery one if you have shells. So I just picked kind of a neutral one. This is the new cane weave one. And the ones that I showed you the other day that come in that new special that starts March 1st, there's 3 embossing folders in that. All of those would really work well with this. So I just took this, put it in my embossing folder, make sure it's straight, and then run it through the embossing machine. And when it comes out like this. So there you go. So now it's all embossed and it looks like a quilt. So isn't that cool? I think that is so fun. I love doing these kind of cards. So let me read some comments real quick and go back. Hold on. Where did I stop? Who is this person, Debbie? Who is this person, Debbie? I don't know. Are you asking who Debbie is? Or are you asking who is this person? Is there somebody else on here? Oh, the person who's staying with Debbie. I think I get what you're saying. Let's see. Lower volume and power buttons at the same time. So Cindy says hit the lower volume and the power button at the same time. That's mine is like that, but it's the up volume and the power. Well, yeah, the up volume and the power. If you're on your computer, I've never done it on the computer before. Let's see. Don't feel bad about being naked. Bill says, don't feel bad about being naked. Some people never do the insides of their cards. I used to never do the inside of the card until I started doing videos. And then several people said something about it. So then I started doing the inside of the card. The only time I would ever do it is if it was like a really dark paper, I would do it inside. But now I pretty much try to do it for every card. Let's see. I might be sending... Oh, Annette says, watching on the big screen TV. Oh, it just skipped to the end. I got to scroll back again. I make quilts like that. Oh, Kathy makes quilts. I've always wanted to learn how to quilt. Maybe one day when I retire from my job, I can... the mint macaron you scored at 4 1/4? No. The mint macaron... Oh, yes, I did. Yep, it's scored at 4 1/4. It's just folded in half. I didn't really score it. I just folded it in half. But it's 5 1/2 by 8 1/2. And yeah, scored at 4 1/4 or just folded in half. All right, so now what we're going to do, let's stamp. So we're going to stamp the words. And I just picked Follow Your Dreams just because it was in the box with this. Because I had my framed art project still in the box. And I just grabbed it. And that's what we're using. So this is Night of Navy ink. So I'm going to stamp my shells on the inside of the card. So it's not naked anymore. So I'm just going to do 2. One there, one there. So that'll be the inside. And then we need a scrap of white, which I hope I brought with me. Oh gosh, don't tell me I forgot to bring some scrap of white. No. Woo, I was having a little panic attack for a minute. Okay, so I've got my scrap here. All right, so we're going to stamp 2 shells on here. So 1, and then I'm just going to lift it up and stamp another one. And there is a die that goes with this. I just didn't bring it with me, so I'm just going to cut them out real quick. Oops, I forgot my words. So words are follow your dreams. You can make it whatever you like. I just liked this one. And stamp it on the left edge because I'm going to put this underneath the shells. And if you want to, you really don't have to make it that long. You could have made this a little bit shorter, but I just let it go the whole way. All right, so I think we're done stamping. So I just need to cut these out. We're going to put those together. We're going to do some fussy cutting. And you guys know fussy cutting is super easy as long as you keep your right hand the same place and turn with your left hand. If you're left-handed, then I guess you would do it the opposite, but my right hand is really not moving, so I'm just going up and down with the scissors. So there's one. So these are super easy to cut out. That's why I picked them. I thought we'd make it as easy as possible. If we're gonna fussy cut. You could have used anything. I was gonna do the bird, but then I'm like, no, then I'll have to either do it ahead of time or bring the die cutting machine with me. So I just said, I'll just do that. All right, so this one's gonna go inside the card. And I'm just gonna use my green glue. And this one's about empty. And put that on the edge, inside. Not the edge, the inside. All right, there we go. And then we're going to put this one on the front. And we still have to color our shells because I'm going to color those with Wink of Stella. And it's going to bleed just a little bit. and blend the color and also make it shiny at the same time. All right, I'm going to go ahead and glue this down because I'm going to do the bow or the baker's twine a little bit different. Whenever you have a embossing folder, textured embossing folder, I would recommend using the green glue just because it holds a lot better. Or use the, now I can't even think of the name of it because I don't use it. The other tape that Stampin' Up! Has now, not the snail, but the other stuff. The Seal Plus. A lot of people like that Seal Plus. I just am not crazy about it. I like the glue. This is my adhesive of choice most of the time. All right, so there's the front. Then we're going to glue these two together and put dimensionals on the back. And I like just having that 1/8 of an inch trim around it. I think it looks better than having a whole 1/4 of an inch because you don't want too much extra stuff when it's just a small piece like that. We're going to put dimensionals on the back of this. Oh, and let me color these real quick. So I've got my Wink of Stella. And we're just going to color this. Need to, wait a minute, let me see if I've got one. Nope. Let me see if this one has more in it. Yeah, that one's a little bit juicier. See how it just bleeds a little bit out? Probably would have been easier before I cut it. But it just blends that color just a little bit. And then we're going to do the same with this. But I think I need to squeeze this a little bit because it's just a tad dry on the end. You know how last time we were doing the video and we were talking about food and we got on the subject of vegetables and stuff and Brussels sprouts and I was telling everybody at work about that. They were cracking up. It's funny how so many people love Brussels sprouts, and I just think they are like the most disgusting thing. But when I went back to read the comments, I was reading, I had missed quite a few, and I was reading the comments about the Little Debbie's. So several people were talking about Little Debbie's snacks. That was their favorite thing, and talking about growing up. And I was thinking to myself, it was so funny because when I was growing up, we would race home every day. And we would have a Little Debbie's pretty much all the time. It was either the brownies with the little nuts on top or the Swiss rolls. And both of those are my favorite. Probably the Swiss roll is my absolute favorite. I could eat those nonstop. I think they're so good. And but those brownies, just every time I see them at the store, it brings back such memories because I just remember coming home from school and we had a TV in the kitchen and it was about this big. I think it was maybe 9 inches or something. And it had this big long back part to it. It was, you know, back then TVs were not compact. They were big. So it was like a little teeny TV on the kitchen counter, but it was long and then it had an antenna and it was black and white. And we would sit there at the kitchen counter and eat those Little Debbie brownies every day after school and watch Gilligan's Island, which is so funny because I think it came on at like 3:30 or something every day. So that was our fun thing to do every day when we got home from school. All right, I'm going to put this like right in the center, kind of about where the line is on the bottom of those squares. All right, and then we're going to situate these with some, oh, look, it bled through a little bit. All right, so I want to put this one here and this one kind of on top, kind of like that. So you only need the dimensionals like behind the top of this part and over here. The rest will be taped. So I'm just going to kind of visualize. I just need it the top of this and like just the side of this part because you don't want to have double puffiness on here. So I'm going to put a little bit of tape on the other side and kind of stick it down. So it'll be even with this piece, but popped up on the other side. So let me see. I'll just very lightly touch it and see if that's going to work. Yep. Okay. All right. So we'll leave that there and then peel these two off. And then put some tape on that. And put that one just a little bit higher so that those dimensionals are above the line of the words here. All right, and then we've got some gems. So I've got some rhinestones. We're going to put those on. And I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool. Get my little sticky stuff on here. And we'll put one right here, one up here, and one over here, like right there. All right, and then we're going to do our little bow. So I'm just going to put this little bow like right here on the corner of that. So I'm going to use a glue dot. And, uh-oh, I missed it. And you know what? My fingernail broke. I was so mad. I was working in the yard and I was pulling the weeds, and I had gloves on, but I came in the house and I had a big long nail right there, and it had totally like broken across the, right above the pink part. And I was like, ah, I hate that. Don't you hate that when you just break a really good nail? Like one of my favorite ones. All right, we're going to trim that just a little bit. And I have a joke for you tonight, but it's on my computer again, so I'm going to have to get my computer pulled up so I can get in there. Oh, and then we got to spray it with some shimmer. Let me get a piece of paper. We'll make it extra sparkly. And there we go. So what do you guys think about that? Oh, you know what? I have a whole pile of cards to give away over here. I forgot to pick some names. I like it better with the bow, I think. What do you guys think? You like the bow or you like it the way it was? Oops. I love listening to Lisa in the background while we chat. Starla, you're so funny. What do? Go back and watch the video later? I think that's what a lot of you guys do. You're not even watching the video. You're just like talking to each other, and then you like say, oh, I'll just watch the video later. Let's see. Let me go back. Boy, I missed a lot. Guess what I made this afternoon? Brussels sprouts with balsamic vinegar. Yuck. Oh. Had everyone's address. Oh, you're a little Debbie. Yep, Debbie Spicer is a little Debbie. Those brownies made you violently ill. What? I love Little Debbie's. They're so full of sugar. They're just yummy. I think that liquid glue is definitely more economical. Yes. My cards always end up warped after the glue dries. What? I have never, ever had a card get warped from the glue. That's weird. I don't know what you're doing, Bill. Maybe you're putting too much glue. Because I just put a thin line. I don't put it very thick. Maybe I think you're putting too much. Just put a real thin line all the way around. I do kind of all the way around the edge and then just squiggle it around the middle. The other thing about Little Debbie's, you know, you could probably keep them for like 10 years and they'd still taste exactly the same. I'm just kidding. Oh, Sherry says, I graduated from high school in Newport News and then moved away. That's not too far from here. That's about 20, 25 minutes from me. Right on the other side of the water. Love the card. Thank you, Shirley. I don't know what a yodel. I've heard of a ring ding and a devil dog, but I've never heard of Drake's cakes, I don't think. Ring ding and devil dogs. I think I've heard of that, but I've never heard of a yodel. Ugh. Melanie likes Brussels sprouts as a snack. Personally, I like ice cream. Oh, Deborah says she works at Langley. That is right. That's really not too far. Really like 20, 25 minutes. Chips and American Bandstand. Yep, I used to watch that every Saturday. Chatting up a storm, got to get out. I watch while I'm on the treadmill. Makes it more enjoyable. Bow for feminine, no bow for manly. Okay, there you go. So if you want it for a girl, do a bow. If you want it for a guy, do it that way. I kind of was thinking it was more of a masculine card, but I think that gets lost here behind all that. I didn't really think that I was going to cover all that up, but let's see. Yeah, have to be a Yankee Lisa for Drake's Cakes. Oh, yep. I don't think I'm a Yankee because I'm in Virginia. Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday. I'm not a football person, so I don't even know. I think I've heard the football game is this weekend, the Super Bowl, only because all the sales in the grocery store are advertising Super Bowl things. That's the only reason I know there's a Super Bowl this weekend. All right. Publix has drinks. We have a Publix, not, I think in Richmond is the closest place. It's about 2 hours away. All right, let me find the joke real quick. I gotta get my other screen pulled up really fast and pull up the joke for you guys. So this one was just sent to me. Uh-oh. Says reload the page. Hold on. I gotta log back in. Sorry, guys. I had it all ready to go. Here we go. Okay. Where is my joke? Here we go. Okay. This one has a little bit of risque to it. So I apologize in advance if I offend anyone with this, but I still thought it was cute. All right. Police Officer O'Leary is cruising around in his patrol car one night. This is from Cindy Schmidt. He's out on the lookout for trouble. He sees two little old ladies in the front seat of a Chevy convertible parked in Honest John's used car lot. The car lot is closed, so O'Leary drives up alongside the Chevy and asks, "Are you two ladies trying to steal this car?" "Certainly not," says one of the ladies. "We purchased this car this afternoon." "Well," says the cop, "why don't you start it up and drive it out of here?" "Well," one of the little old ladies says, "we don't drive. We were told that if we bought a car here, we would get screwed, so we're waiting." I thought that was really funny. But I apologize if that offends anybody. But I thought it was cute. It's hard to find really good clean jokes, you know. I tried to keep them pretty clean, but that just was a little bit. So I hope you liked that. So I am done. Oh, we got a rival going on with the football thing, so I'll stay out of it because I don't even care who plays. All right, you guys have a great evening, and I'll be back on Saturday for date night with Lisa, and I think I'm going to do one of the sneak peek with the new March thing again, and I'll give away a bunch of cards because I have a whole stack of them sitting here, including like 3 that nobody claimed from the last time, so I'll re-give those out. Don't forget, if you want to order, here's the host code, and don't forget, if you order over $100, you get tons of free stuff, including entered into my drawing for a $100 gift certificate. So now's an awesome time to stock up on stuff. So take care, everybody, and I hope you are getting some nice weather like me. And I will see you Saturday night for date night. So bye-bye.